Today in Hong Kong, a city where the rain does not just pour, it floods. Storms, a courtroom reckoning, a global ranking jump, a mountain of packaging, and a new way to count poverty. Let's get down to business. Dean Bark here. Welcome to the City Report with Dean Bark, right here in Hong Kong. Let's open with the big one. Hong Kong lowers its black rainstorm warning to amber after a bruising bout of weather that washed out parts of the city and upended travel. The Hong Kong Observatory, the city's weather authority, moved the signal down after hours of intense rain and thunder brought on by an active southerly airstream over coastal Guangdong. Remember, black is the top of our three-tier rainstorm system. Amber is the lowest. Twice in June, we hit black. When it rains, it pours twice over. Here's what happened on the ground. In the northern New Territories, flooding swamped low-lying areas and forced the temporary closure of the Man Kam 2 border control point. Flights were canceled or delayed, and schools shut their doors as the downpours turned commutes into patience tests. The observatory's downgrade to amber means the worst has passed for now, but saturated drains and ponding in known hotspots will take time to recede. Twice in 1 month is unusual for the black warning. That is the headline. The atmosphere was primed. Warm, moisture-laden winds from the south met local terrain and storm cells parked over the city. If you are heading out, give yourself buffer time and check the transport department and airport updates. No room for sugarcoating here. Cleanup and catch-up are still underway in pockets of the city. Let's pivot to the next story. A Hong Kong court has sentenced Chung Lai-ming, a 35-year-old programmer and University of Hong Kong graduate, to 14 years in prison for an explosives plot tied to the 2019 anti-government protests. Prosecutors said Chung stockpiled more than 20 kilograms of chemicals at his flat in Wong Tai Sin, Kowloon, and worked to manufacture explosives while targeting officials, police, and judges. That is not protest. That is a plan to sow chaos. The Department of Justice originally charged him under the national security law for terrorism, but a plea deal shifted the case to charges under the crimes ordinance. That avoided a lengthy security law trial and led to his guilty pleas. The judge's message was blunt. Intent to terrorize public institutions carries a heavy price. Justice served with a 14-year sentence. That is the takeaway. Moving on. Hong Kong has surged to number 2 in the world for overall competitiveness, its best showing in 7 years, according to the International Institute for Management Development. The IMD, a management school based in Switzerland known for its annual benchmarking of economies, says we are now behind only Singapore among 70 economies surveyed this year. The drivers: government efficiency, solid infrastructure, resilient economic performance, and business efficiency. Context matters. We were number 7 in 2023, now number 2 in 2026, and we previously hit number 2 in 2019 and topped the table in 2017. That is a steady 3-year climb back toward the front of the pack. It also reinforces a broader trend: Asian economies clustering at the top of global rankings. Call it like it is, Hong Kong is more than a pretty skyline. The fundamentals have been tightening up. Shifting gears to the environment. Green Earth, a homegrown nonprofit environmental group, is urging tighter rules on e-commerce packaging in Hong Kong, pushing us to align with mainland China's forthcoming standards. Their new study estimates at least 2.7 million kilograms of packaging waste came from e-commerce parcels last year. Let that sink in. That is a mountain of bubble wrap and boxes for a city already short on landfill space. The group's survey says 60% of respondents feel packaging is excessive, and 76% are frustrated handling the waste at home. Stephen Chan Wing Kit, a project manager with Green Earth, argues the current setup has a regulatory gap. Mainland rules touch cross-border consolidation warehouses, but parcels repackaged or dispatched locally are not covered. The ask is clear: cooperate across the boundary and get industry to adopt reusable or right-sized packaging. Well, that is one way to make checkout guilt-free. All right, next topic. The government is changing how we define poverty, moving away from a single income threshold to a broader 21-indicator framework. Chief Secretary Eric Chan Kwok Ki, the city's number 2 official, says the goal is a more accurate picture that reflects real-life support households receive. Enter the concept of social transfer values. Government-provided benefits like public housing and healthcare are factored in as effective income. Since 2013, the poverty line was set at 50% of median household income, before accounting for public services. Officials argue that overstated hardship because it ignored sizable in-kind support. The new 21 indicators aim to capture needs across housing, healthcare, work status, and more to steer targeted relief. Let's cut to the chase. Redefining poverty to paint a clearer picture is overdue, but the proof will be in whether policies hit the right homes at the right time. And that is your report for today from the City Report with Dean Bark in Hong Kong. Stay safe out there, and we will catch you on the airwaves tomorrow.